So my videos suck. I think in general most people think that my videos are good, but the loud voices that I hear, mostly constructive, don't get me wrong. A lot of these voices say that I have a hard time getting to the point, and I agree. I'm not very good at it. I'm not very good at stringing thoughts together and organizing my thoughts and getting them where I want to get to in a concise manner. So, in this video, hopefully I will be to the point and I'll be concise about why this may be the case. And I'll get to the point right now. It's kind of a 50-50 equation, right? It's 50% poor planning and it's 50% kind of the hole that I've crawled out of. And why I feel that my voice hasn't really mattered until a couple of years ago, and how I'm still finding that voice, and how, you know, when I get on camera, sometimes I have this internal battle with myself, and I think, do these thoughts matter? Like, who's gonna care? Like, who's really gonna care? So, and if this is already starting to resonate with you, 'cause I know there's a lot of people out there that are like this, and I think this can help a lot of people, so please share this video, like this video, subscribe, do all that great stuff. It really helps. So first off, yeah, I'm pretty bad at organizing, right? I'm not a very conscientious person. I'm not someone who, you know, naturally is able to stick to a game plan and map things out and, you know, try to reach that end goal in an orderly fashion. I'm very, you know, off the whim. Let's get on the camera. Let's just record, right? And sometimes they can pump out videos that are not particularly concise, right? So that's half the equation. I've been trying to be better about it, right? I've been organizing my videos in Trello. I've been, you know, I've been trying to be better about it, and hopefully, and as a lot of you have noticed, it's been better. Right, a lot of my tutorials especially have been a little more to the point. They've been down to 5 to 6 minutes, 4 to 6 minutes instead of, you know, 8 to 12 minutes. So that's been good. Secondly, well, this is the one that's going to be a little more hard to talk about, and this is kind of the hole that I've climbed out of. It's kind of a sad existence when I look back on it. But it wasn't my doing, per se. But, you know, I do feel obligated to talk about it, so... I can trace back to a time where my voice was always kind of silenced, right? I was always kind of looked down upon, or at least that's how it felt, right? Especially in public school, I had... You know, I was always the butt of the joke. I was always that weird, scrawny kid that, you know, wasn't allowed to have opinions. Or at least that's how I felt. I don't think there was an active, you know, active thought in the people, in my oppressors' minds that, hey, let's silence this kid. You know, he's weird and, you know, has no social skills, right? Let's silence him. I don't think that was on their minds. I think it was just, you know, them being children. So something that would happen a lot is, you know, I can trace back to a time where even when I was a kid I had very profound and unconventional ideas that were very complex in nature that I felt I needed to express. But as soon as I started expressing them to people, you know, they would call me a nerd, or they would be like, you know, they would kind of ridicule me for just being weird. And so I just learned to not speak. I just learned to never speak my opinion. And this is where this kind of voice has come into my mind. I kind of always have this internal debate going on in my head, especially when I record videos. You know, and it's actually painful. Like, especially when I started, it was just painful, right? I would press the record button, I'd start recording, I'd just look into the camera, and I always felt visceral pain like, I had so many things to say, but I just couldn't get it out, and like, it was just felt on such a visceral level that I could never even iterate more than 5 words without, you know, stuttering or stopping myself because it felt wrong. It was truly, truly hard. In fact, I think I probably made 20 videos before I released even one on this channel. So, if you guys are ever start making videos, which I think it's a great thing for a lot of people to do, you know, don't over obsess too much about the quality. Just understand that it is something. Get your word out there and try to get your message out there, whatever you're trying to get across, and people will tell you if it is good or bad, and you can adjust from there. You will never get a scope of whether it is good or bad if you just keep recording videos to yourself and you edit them and then you say, yes, this is good or bad. You will never be able to get a scope, a proper scope. In fact, I'd be a much better YouTuber, I'm sure, if I started releasing those early videos. It's kind of too late now. But nonetheless, I do kind of still have this voice sometimes. You know, like, sometimes it takes me like an hour to get in the right headspace to record a video. And a lot of people can just walk in the door and they just sit down and boom, they get on the camera and just like that, right? I kind of have this internal debate going on. Should I record this video or should I not? Okay, I'm gonna go grab some tea. I'm gonna drink that tea. Okay, I'm not ready yet. I'm gonna go grab another tea. Sometimes it doesn't get recorded at all. I'm also a procrastinator, guys. That's something that I've worked on a lot. In fact, I'm getting to the point where I'm kind of a workaholic, so that's also something I have to work on. However, it's being a workaholic in only one facet, which is recording videos and then editing them. I have to be better about expanding my horizon a bit. I have to work on my business a bit more, you know, as this is a business, you know, the website and everything around it, which hasn't been launched yet. I'm working on it, but I have to be better about that. But I have become kind of a workaholic in terms of recording videos, which is at least good, because this is productive. I feel like this is productive, and you know, I'm building my legacy as opposed to just sitting around doing absolutely nothing, and my ideas aren't being heard. At least this way, my ideas are being heard, and it has been so transformative. It's been so transformative. It really has. So I'm really trying. I'm trying to be as concise as possible. I'm trying to be the best YouTuber I possibly can be. But it's hard. So, you know, it's that 50-50 equation. Half of it is just me being not very conscientious about you know, organizing things, and the other half is me, just a limitation within me that causes me to ramble and stutter and you know, stop myself from being forward, I guess. You know, I kind of feel the need to kind of dance around a little bit. Right? Even when I tell myself I'm not going to dance around, I still dance around. And then when I'm editing, that kind of carries over too. I still dance around while I'm editing, because I'm like, okay, this section where I kind of tilly around and do the do-si-do, I need to keep that because that's still crucial in my mind. But any proper editor would look at that and go, we don't need that, cut that out. All right, so I'm trying to get better about that. Identify what sections of what videos don't need to be there anymore. Right? I think it's crucial. So, going forward, I am going to really try to be as concise as possible. And if you find yourself in this place, if you feel like your voice is being silenced by your community, by your friends, by your family, you know, it really is, it's a hard place to be. I know how you feel. I don't know exactly how you feel, but I have, you know, I've been in a similar place, you know, and it really carries over to, you know, your social interactions, right? It's a really, really hard place to be, and it carries over to your social interactions as well. Like, I can't even count how many times where I just don't know. Like, I've never been good at small talk, for example, but just general conversation too. There was the longest time where I didn't know how to speak to people, so I would avoid speaking to people entirely. I'm still at the point where I have a very hard time speaking on the phone. That scares me. Making phone calls is probably the scariest thing in the world. So being shamed for having profound thoughts and having, thoughts in general could really, really take a toll on your competence as a human being, as someone who functions in the social world. And I think the best thing you can do is just start a YouTube channel, man. Seriously, that's the best thing I've ever done in my life, and it's carried forward to my social life. It's carried forward to a lot of other aspects of my life. Right? It's been absolutely incredible, transformative, to say the very least. I am far more articulate. I can string thoughts together in a much better manner. When I first started this, I was doing 30 second to 1 minute takes. Now I'm recording entire 8 to 10 minute videos in one take. Sometimes, like yesterday's video, or two days ago, I'm going to be posting that video. I recorded that in one take. I just sat down, pressed the record button, recorded it all the way through. First take, boom, done. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. If you guys can't do that, then you should get yourself to that point, because the amount of real life carryover that it has to be able to string thoughts together in a coherent manner for that length of time, the carryover is enormous, right? You will never fear public speaking again. You will never fear, uncomfortable conversations, or at least those fears will be downgraded, if I could put it that way. But anyway, guys, again, please share this video, please like this video, and try to get it out there, because I think a lot of men and women kind of suffer from this, right? Us being stuck in communities or around people that shame us for our ideas, and for thinking differently or looking differently or acting differently. And it hurts in the long term, and it's a hard hole to get out of. So have a good night.